Hi, it's Jessie and Sean, and we're just going to guide you in a brief partner yoga practice. So you really don't need many props. You can be on a blanket instead of a yoga mat, or you could use your yoga mat back to back. So to begin, just greet your partner. Namaste, partner. And then you'll turn to face away from your partner. And if you usually sit with a blanket, you can scoot that blanket under your hips. So I usually don't, Sean usually does, so we're demonstrating how this still works with both. And then you scoot as close to your partner as you can so that your sacrums are touching. And then from here, just settle into your seat, feel a broadness of your sits bones, and allow your partner to accept just a little bit of your weight. So surrender just a bit into your partner's back body and feel the points of contact between you and your partner. And begin first to just sink into your breathing. And since we're doing this partner practice, connecting with your breath first, and then we'll begin to link our breath with our partners. So it's helpful when you are sensing your partner's breath and when your partner is sensing your breath to breathe just a little bit bigger than usual. So see if you can invite your breath to fill your low belly, even your pelvis, your middle ribs. And as you exhale, feel a sense of relaxing into your partner's back body. A nice, full, expansive in-breath, and relaxing into your partner. Just a few more breaths like this, synchronizing with your partner's inhale and your partner's exhale. It's this balance of finding connection inside and connection with your partner. If you're having a hard time sensing your partner's breath, perhaps invite your breath just a little bit bigger. And we'll begin to do just a little bit of movement. So as you inhale, reach your arms out to the sides and meet the back of your partner's hands with yours. And then inhale, swoop the arms up and overhead. And exhale, float them back down, but maintaining contact with your partner if you can. Sometimes bending the elbows helps. So inhaling to lift and exhaling to lower. Slow, deep in breath. And exhale, floating the hands down. This next time, keep the hand closest to where you're watching this on the ground and the opposite arm up and overhead. Inhale here and then exhale, arc toward the screen you're watching this. Inhale, lift both arms up and overhead. Exhale, float the opposite arm down as you arc to that side. Inhale, reach both arms up and overhead, and then exhale, floating down the other way. And you might look up and overhead as you reach your arms up, and you might gaze up toward the sky as you arc over. Just a few more like this. And then let's float the arms down to the sides. And just take a few breaths here. Your hands can rest on the floor or on your thighs. Inhale here and grow tall and long through center, and see if maybe even the back of your skull, your cranium, can touch the back of your partner's. Keep that contact if it's comfortable, and then inhale, get long through the spine. Exhale, you'll both twist to the right, reaching your left hand to your right knee, your right hand to your partner's knee behind you. Gazing over the right shoulder if that's comfortable. Inhale, get long through the crown. Exhale, twist just a little bit deeper. Inhale again, find length. Maybe smile, feel your breath and expand into your partner's ribs. Exhale to find depth. You might need to reposition your hand. Continuing to listen for the rhythm of your breath and linking that to your partner. When you're ready to unwind, inhale and reach your arms to the sky as you come back to center. And exhale, twist this time to the left, sending your right hand to your left knee and your left hand to your partner's knee. Inhale, grow as tall as you can through the crown. Exhale, find any more depth into the posture. And this can be very subtle and gentle. And see if most of the movement in this posture comes from your breath, the expansion of your rib cage, your belly, and that drawing in gently as you exhale. Linking your breath with that of your partner. Maybe gazing over the left shoulder. When you're ready, at the same time on an inhale, slowly unwind and reach your hands up toward the sky. And exhale, float your arms out to the sides and down to the touch of the earth. And take a few breaths here, just connecting with your partner's rhythm, with your internal rhythm again. Next, you'll take your arms and hook them around your partner. One person will be exploring a forward bend and the other will be exploring a back bend. And this isn't about like how deep you can go. It's really about how deeply you can listen to your own body and to what you need in this moment and to what feels most nourishing. So Sean, I'll go first, forward, and you'll come backward. So you'll link this movement incrementally with the breath. So it's not like you're diving in all at once. Instead, you inhale to lift and grow tall through the spine. And exhale, one partner hinges forward, the other just kind of reclines back. Pause to inhale, and then Sean can just let his head rest on my back. If that's comfortable for most of you, that will be comfortable, but some maybe not. And the inhale is just a pause, and then the exhale is coming forward just a little bit more. And the person who is forward folding, you might let your chin come towards your chest. If that's comfortable, you might keep your neck neutral. Checking in with your partner, would you like to go a little bit deeper? Partner says sure. So if you'd like, on your next exhale, sinking a little bit more. Again, so you're checking in with yourself. You're really honoring where you are in this moment and what feels most nourishing for your body. And connecting with the breath. Partner who's doing the back bend, how much can you surrender and soften?
how full can you allow the breath to remain here? When it's time to come up, the partner on the bottom does a little bit more of the work to help press up into neutral, and you'll do this on the inhale. So inhaling to come back up. Exhale, soften here for just a moment. Release the hands, the arms. And then switching sides. So the first partner will change the grip of the arms. And as you're ready, inhaling, getting long and tall through the spine. Exhaling, arcing back or folding forward. Pausing to inhale. Exhale, moving a little bit more deeply. Checking in with your partner and stopping when it feels like you have hit the edge of comfort. Never going into discomfort, always honoring what feels nourishing, what feels good. Linking your breath. Enjoying some fuller breath, sending your breath into any area of tightness. And when it's time to come up, inhaling together to return to upright, taking a pause here, a breath. And then unwinding the hands. And then slowly coming apart from each other so that you can turn around and face one another. And if you're used to sitting on a blanket, keep that with you. And we'll come to wide legs here. Yep. You might need to scoot back a little more. So one partner's ankles, or bottoms of one partner's feet can touch the other partner's ankles. And then from here, see that both partners are sitting up as high as possible, as tall as possible. And if that means someone needs to bend the knees in order to get a tall spine, that's okay. Okay? So you might bend your knees just a little more. Good. And then from here, interlace hands. So holding on to each other's wrists. And for some of us, this is a lot of action on the hamstrings. So it's totally great to bend the knees and just make that a little more comfortable for you. And then from here, inhale and just get as tall as you can and lean back just a bit against your partner. So see if you both can use the same amount of effort leaning back. So no one is overpowering the other. And if you're someone who is very comfortable in a forward fold, you might invite your partner to pull you forward just so gently and mindfully. And inhale to pause. And exhale maybe a little further. And you know that this is healthy for the body as long as you can keep your spine neutral and don't start to round forward as you go into the forward fold. So that's probably enough for me. So let's stay here for 3 breaths. Synchronizing your inhale and exhale with your partners, relaxing your shoulders away from the ears. On the next inhale, coming back through center. And then for Sean, coming into the forward fold, this is already pretty forward for him. So we'll just pause here in neutral for 3 breaths. Drawing the shoulders back and down, shining the heart forward. And let's release the hands on the exhale, and we'll come in, bring the foot that's closest to the computer toward the other leg for Janu Shirshasana. Good, and again, it's okay to keep this knee bent if needed, or get some more height for under the hips. Inhale here, get tall through the spine. Exhale, arcing over toward the extended leg. So reaching this leg down and reaching the opposite arm up and overhead. And then there's some arm variations you might enjoy. You might like to place your hand behind the cranium or behind the neck, or reach toward the sky. And so just explore what's comfortable here for your body. Inhale to open your heart toward the ceiling or toward the sun. And then exhale, maybe touching fingertips with your partner overhead. Inhale, coming back through center. Exhale, extend that leg and bend the opposite knee so that the foot comes to the inner thigh. Inhale, get tall and long through the spine. Exhale, send the arm to the foot. Inhale, the opposite arm up and overhead, maybe gazing at the sky, maybe gazing at your partner, maybe catching the head with the hand, maybe finding a smile. Maybe touching fingertips overhead. And then inhaling, coming up and overhead. Exhaling, extending the leg. One more time. And then bending each leg to come into Baddha Konasana. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale, be here for just a moment. And then taking your hands to the outer edges of your knees, bringing your knees together, stepping your feet to the floor. And then there's a few ways you can practice Shavasana with each other. You can just rest side by side, or you can rest with one person's head on the other person's belly. So why don't you just lay on your back in Shavasana, and you can use a blanket for a pillow. This way. Scoot over toward the edge of this setup just a little. Will help your partner get a pillow. And then the second partner can rest with their head on the first partner's belly, or side by side. Sometimes it's nice to have that feedback. It's almost like having a sandbag on the belly. And the work in Shavasana is the work of surrender, of deeply letting go, softening all of your muscles, all of your gripping, and even surrendering, letting go the control of your breathing so that your breath comes naturally, so that instead of breathing, you are watching the breath. And you're welcome to stay here as long as is comfortable for you. If you would love a 15-minute Shavasana, you're welcome to do that. And when you're ready to transition, you'll roll onto your favorite side slowly and mindfully so as not to disturb the peaceful state that you cultivated. And then at your own pace, pressing up to face your partner, cross-legged. Hands in Anjali Mudra at heart center, and we'll close practice with Namaste.